So here's the deal with discipline. It's fundamental. It's so key to everything a guy does because, in the most basic example or most basic formula, a guy, his goal is to husband resources, and discipline is the way you ensure that you're not wasting your resources. And what are resources? Time, money, energy, attention, focus. And if a guy lacks discipline, he's going to constantly be refilling the tank just as fast as it's draining out. And so you're never going to have a come from a position of strength. So that's just a very easy schematic. And this applies so fundamentally to women and so fundamentally to career and money that I want to lay out just roughly what it means, and then we can talk about applications. And as we've discussed, it comes from the word disciple.
Yes, yes. Follower of a cause
Oh,
that's durable. You, of course, know that I link so much of the skills and benefits to a man's life from those skills to boundaries. And this is definitely one of those examples of that happening. I view discipline as, at the core, having a solid boundary. Only this time, instead of saying no to a woman, frustrating her desires to suit your own, or saying no to other men, disappointing them so that you can still be on your mission. Discipline is saying no to yourself with your boundary.
right.
That no, this will not work for me to allow this.
So I guess the first question is, why do we have them, right? Why not say yes to everything? If we say yes to everything I want to do, uh, as a young boy or an immature guy, if I say yes to every whim and temptation, what's wrong with that? Why not? Why not just say yes?
Well, I think that's fine as a young guy because you're in an exploratory phase of life. One of the most frequent questions I get from guys is, you know what? I don't know what the right path is, or I don't know what to do for a living. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up, or I don't know what kind of woman is for me. What do I do? How do I find that one? And I say, well, then it's time to explore. It's time to dabble, sample various things. Go sign up for some community education classes in various things that you liked when you were a kid and,
Mm.
re-experience them now, or go date a bunch of different women, even the type you don't normally date, just to sample, see what you think. But later, we're going to die someday. You got to
Right.
have something to leave behind before that happens, your legacy as a man. So you're going to have to start committing to some things.
So it sounds like once a goal is envisioned, then discipline is required to achieve it, right? Because there's going to be temptation at every turn to like get distracted or to commit resources that are not in alignment with the end goal. And for me, for example, money is central, not in and of itself, just to hoard money, but financial resources are crucial to anything because we live in a capitalistic society. So if you want to do stuff and have options, you need to have the money available to rent a place, to rent a car, whatever, to buy a car, to get meals. So in the most general sense, conserving financial resources through discipline, and that doesn't mean being a cheapskate. That means being deliberate. For me, that means being deliberate with my expenditures. If I want something nice and it's valuable, buy it, but not being frivolous and bleeding out money everywhere I turn. Because although I don't have a goal necessarily of a dollar amount I want when I die, you talk about at the end, the legacy. I do know that as I get older, I want to have increasing financial resources for my wife and my children to be a provider for their education and for my own well-being and into retirement. So anything that I do now that's disciplined in an area, even though I can't entirely picture how the money will be spent in 20 years, I know that having more of it will allow me more options. So I do have that general goal, and therefore I need the discipline now.
Yeah. I liked what you said about disciple being the root of discipline because, being a disciple does not imply just being a follower of a cause rigidly, like seeing the world in black and white and I must do this in this exact way and never waver. It doesn't mean that. It means to follow as one, um, follows the running back you're trying to tackle, meandering all over the place, possibly, but doggedly pursuing, right? Changing direction, in other words, is okay and can still be disciplined as long as you are following the goal. The goal could be a moving target, in other words. It's something important to remember. A lot of you guys out there are very ambitious workers. You've gotten a lot of benefits in your life through repetition, through stick-to-itiveness, to the Protestant work ethic and this kind of thing. But the ways that can sabotage you and fail you are when you see it as this left-brained, rigid thing that you're going to stick to no matter what, when the environment out there is random.